Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, The Running Master. Thanks for joining me if you've been here before, and if you're new, welcome. I have not actually posted any videos for the last few weeks, but I have actually been super busy with running and doing lots of videoing. Unfortunately, none of them have quite made it into fully formed videos, but I've been doing loads of training whilst holding a camera, racing, more training, and more racing. I've also been to the running show south, so I went to do some videoing there as well. Didn't quite get as much video as I wanted to, but it was nice to go there anyway, meet up with a couple of other fellow YouTubers as well, Chris from That Running Guy and Chris from Here We Are Running. Great to catch up with those guys as well, but yeah, none of those were making fully formed videos. I also then have been doing the Rongatwick, which was actually probably about 6 weeks ago now. So it's a little bit noisy here. It's because we're right next to Gatwick Airport. Behind me here is everyone ready to go for the half marathon. You can see there's lots of pacers there as well. Everything from hour and 45, hour and a half, 2 hours, 2 hours 10. So lots of good pacing there available, and well marked out as well. So you can quite clearly see all the pacers that are available for the race. Hello guys. That was a really good event. I only ran the 5k in it because I didn't want to do a half marathon, because it was going to interrupt my training that I'm really aiming for. So like I said, I am still here, I am still racing, I am still training. The channel has been doing really well as well, which is really good. Over 900 subscribers, which is just fantastic, and getting some really nice messages from a number of people encouraging me, giving me support as well. So if you've been watching, commenting, liking the video, really appreciate it. If you can like this video as well, subscribe and even comment, that would be fantastic as well. If you've been following me, or you know me personally, you'll know that one of my goals for the last 25 years has been to run for Great Britain. And next week I am going to fulfill that ambition, because I'm going to go to the World Masters Athletics in Tampere in Finland. So I am super excited about going and doing this, because as I said, it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. In my youth I got close-ish to representing Great Britain. I was really improving quite quickly in my sort of latter teenage years, but for a number of reasons I never actually went on and fulfilled the potential that I was showing in those years. That's a whole other story. I might make a video about it one day, because there's a whole bunch of reasons, but it just never actually happened. So here I am back as a master athlete, now getting the opportunity to represent Great Britain, which, as I said, I am super excited about. So there's two questions that when I've told people who I know personally that I'm going to go and do the World Master Athletics, there's generally two questions that people ask. The first question is, what's the selection criteria? So for full disclosure, there actually is no selection criteria. Anybody can go and do the World Masters, European Masters. They can go and represent their country. The thing is that it's kind of self-selecting, I suppose, in many respects, because you have to fund yourself, you have to get your own accommodation, you have to find the time to be able to go. So if you're obviously working. If you're older, you're not a professional athlete anymore, therefore you probably have to actually take that time off of work, time away from a family if you're of that age, and so all those sort of factors do mean that only people that are kind of really interested in doing it are actually going to go. You could quite rightly turn up and jog around a track and say you've represented your country, but really, would you want to invest the time and the money? This is for people who actually really want to go and compete because they've put the effort into getting to the times that they want to. The second question that people are asking me is, will I win? And unfortunately, that's not probably going to be likely. I've looked up the guys who are entered to run, and there are some pretty quick guys. There's another reason, which is that I'm going to be racing in the 40 to 44 year old age category, and I'm about 1 month away from going into the next age category, so I would say that I'm probably going to be the oldest in the race. So that's my reasoning for saying why I'm not going to win. I mean, as I said, there are some really quick guys in the race. That said, I have looked up again who has entered. There's 38 guys who are entered into my race, and out of those 38, I'm about 23rd, 24th, fastest out of those guys. So I'm not at the back. I'm not at the back and miles behind at the back, but I'm certainly not in the sort of the top 3 that are going to be looking towards getting a medal. But as I said, this is about fulfilling an ambition and doing myself justice in the race when I get there. So that's what I'm all about. Probably not going to win this time, but there are years available later on. But I just want to get this one under my belt, say I've run for Britain, and then I can then maybe look at improving as the years go on. We'll see. In order to sign up for the World Masters or for any kind of international Masters athletics, the first thing you need as a UK or GB athlete is to be able to sign up for your regional veteran athletic club. So there are a number of regional clubs across the UK. These are in addition to your regular club if you already have one. So you need to sign up with them, and then what that means is that they will validate your passport, because you need to make sure that you're of the right age. I'd love to be able to go and compete in the men over 90, but although I might have look like I've had a hard life, I'm not there yet. So you have to make sure that you're actually of the right age to compete. They do the validation, and the governing body, World Master Athletics or European Masters, trust the British Masters Athletics Federation to have done those checks. So you need to make sure that you signed up for them, and then you have to then enter as well. So you have to enter directly with the event, almost like you would do with any other kind of open event, except for the fact that you're sort of declaring a few more things regarding your age and your eligibility to run for that particular nation. Those 2 bits of admin are relatively straightforward, but also on top of that, there's then flights, hotel, and transfers in order to be able to get to the track, to the actual destination of where the event is being held. So that's a bit more faff as well, of having to organise all of those things. I mean, in many respects, it's like you would do for a normal holiday, but except for the fact that you've actually got to be at a certain place at a certain time. You can't just turn up when you feel like it, be too flexible about when you arrive and when you depart. So yeah, you kind of have to make sure that there's a little bit of organisation going on there, and there's a little bit more of a faff than just the entry. But as I said, the entry itself, perfectly straightforward. So ultimately, all this prep, it's not just about just training and then racing. You've actually got to organise yourself to make sure that you can get there at the right time in order to compete. Once you do get to the destination, you then need to go and be accredited to make sure that you are the person that you say you are. So you have to produce your passport, and then you'll get your entry and race numbers as well. So there's a few more things to go through. So lots of things to think about, not just actually the race itself. That's at the moment one of the last things almost on my mind at the moment, is actually how I'm going to run the race, and that's something I'll talk about maybe in the next video. But that's not really on my mind. My mind at the moment is getting there, getting to the right place at the right time, getting accredited and being able to run. And finally, the major reason for doing all of this is that at Tampere, when I run, I will get to wear this. So a nice Great Britain Masters vest, nicely made by Ron Hill. So that's awesome. It's a really nice vest. The shorts I haven't got with me. The shorts are something else entirely. I don't think that they have changed since 1980s. I'm pretty sure Sebco or Steve Ovett probably wore the style of shorts that we've got to wear, but hey ho, they're not particularly modern, but that's where we are. But I'm super excited to be wearing the vest, super excited to be going to Tampere in Finland next week to compete for Great Britain. So I will follow up with another video, let you know what it's like and how I got on. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you for the next video. Take care, and remember, enjoy your run.